Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition. We continue our exploration of the, I think, final floor of Durlag's tower here. And maybe we finish it this episode. I suppose it depends on how many times we die and have to reload. We'll see. We've just rested up. I'm going to go and hit my handy-dandy free buff button, which I keep forgetting about. I mean, some of these are admittedly short-term buttons, or short-term buffs. Nice to, like, distinguish between rebuffing that's just a generally good idea, like maybe not even haste, for example. Okay. Is that all that's there? I suspect there's not much left here before we go through the secret doors. Oh, hello. Ooh. Alright, I'm gonna go through this secret door, though.
How may I be of assistance?
Get everyone a little closer. Forgot how much we can just chew through things very quickly with the speed. Although, are you held again? God damn, the paralysis is brutal. For Dorn, it's probably save versus death, which Dorn is particularly bad at. Well, there's a save versus death here. That's not Dorn, but that's probably what's happening with the paralysis.
Eh? What do you want?
We're gonna start leaving the jewelry behind.
What is it this time?
More darts for Baloth.
I don't want to talk.
So, that's everything here. Oh, damn, there's more right down there that we missed, and there. I also do want to backtrack and do the wardstone stuff, but we probably will just go to the secret door. I didn't realize you could pause and unpause on the map screen, and it actually does do the color tinting there as well. Oh, enemy sighted. Oh, we get respawns! And we don't have Dorn. Are you aggroing? I mean, we can definitely take you. Although, if there are respawns, we might end up in an awkward situation.
Really no one else you can bother?
Picking up gems now, because I gotta wait anyway. So what the hell, right? Although then I have to do this. What's this one? Detect invis. What's that?
The only thing better than gold is more gold.
Speak
There you
and
go.
be gone.
Come here.
I will listen.
Haste just worn off. Now, luckily, unlike, what's that other one called? Icewind Dale. Haste doesn't cause you to become exhausted instantly, which is nice. Okay. Is there a secret door there? There's definitely more...
Yes?
More down here. I'm gonna bring Quill as close as possible without standing the acid.
Where the gold grows.
I mean, there's a little path there. It's probably not much. This must be a secret door.
How may I be of assistance?
Really? Quill should be able to detect everything. Maybe it opens some other way. Maybe we put something there. All right.
Direct.
And then here too. Yeah, the other walkable area. Okay. Just one crypt crawler? Alright.
What is it this time?
That seems a little surprising. Oh, and that's it?
Speak
All right.
and be gone.
Respawns. Wow, we were like out of sight for 2 seconds here. Okay. Is this acid or is this some sort of just shroomy rock thing? Oh, it is acid. Okay. Get through here. Quill, do your thing. Yeah, don't trust this room at all. Holy cow. Waiting for trap. Okay. Waiting for trap. This it's like a cartoon. Look, the tints don't match. Clearly a secret door there. Okay. Do that. Pick failed. Regular gem. Let's see before we use a spell. Let's see if we can pry this open. Nope. Okay.
How may I
Will,
be of
knock
assistance?
knock. What is this? Longsword? A unique graphic. Burning Earth +1. Ooh! There's a time before Neverwinter was warm and before the great Honorok was dry, or so it is said. A few relics remain to prove such an age existed, and fewer still have an identifiable purpose. The burning earth seems straightforward enough. It burns a victim with magical fire, and a cryptic rune seems to suggest that the power comes from the ground itself. But whomever constructed it remains a mystery. It looks a perfectly serviceable weapon, but something in the balance or grip is wrong. It strains the forearm a touch and does not fit the hand just right. It doesn't seem to hurt a warrior's performance aside from the nagging doubt that the blade was not made for him or any other humanoid. So it's +1 weapon. It counts as a +2 versus regen creatures, +3 versus cold using creatures, and +4 versus undead. And the damage is, so 1d8 +1, or +2 or +3 or +4, I assume. And I think it always does +1 fire. I mean, unless it's +1 fire that changes. But the big thing with this is it would be a good way to kill trolls. Speaking of Icewind Dale, that would be a great one there. Staff of Striking. Is this, so if I recall correctly, it's actually, like, if you can play a warrior thief and you want the ultimate backstabbing weapon, I think this might be it, because it does huge bonus damage. If I recall correctly, this is like the crazy cheesy thing, because then you can multiply this with your backstab damage and do stupid amounts of damage. Oh, just use a charge? Each attack made with the staff uses a charge, causing it to consume itself with no charge remaining. So you'd have to reload this by, when it gets down to no lower than 1 charge, sell it at a vendor and then buy it again. And you'd be selling it for very little and buying it for a lot, but it would recharge it. Basically, you're paying for a charging service. What are we using? This is +2 all the time with a +1 cold damage. This is rarely going to be more than the +1, although right now, that's a great weapon. Also, it looks super badass. Right now, we're fighting undead, and we've got, although I'm mostly just bowing things, so I'm going to keep Varskona in here as a generically good weapon for us. I don't think we're going to change what we're using.
Be direct.
On Quill. If I had a third weapon slot, but I don't because of my multi-class, then it would be quite good. Or if I was strictly melee, then I'd have the 2 in there and occasionally might remember to switch. Probably not. Okay, I don't trust these types of hallways at all. Whoa! Called it! It just felt very sketchy.
Speak and be gone.
Yes?
Still feeling very sketchy.
I will listen.
Mail, fetch me something to eat.
How may I be of assistance?
And I feel a little bit better every time we actually do find a trap. I'm curious about this direction first. Just because it doesn't seem to lead to as many spots, but maybe. There's actually a staircase over there. I was actually almost expecting it to just be a dead end. Did I walk over? God damn it. God damn it. Yes, reloading, quick save, yes.
How may I be of
So
assistance?
Quill, you want to stand here a little bit longer? Just a little bit longer. Maybe a little bit more. I know you can detect it because you did last time, eventually. There it is. Jeez. Maybe I was just out of range over here.
What is it this time?
I don't know what the trap detection range is. It's clearly not line of sight. It's clearly some radius. I don't like it.
Speak and be gone.
How may I be of assistance?
I'm gonna wait a little bit. Wait, is there a... There's a question mark. Somewhere over here, wasn't there? Oh. Door can only be opened through the use of special wards. Oh. That's weird, because it's not on the actual thing itself. Now, we do have a few ward stones. I mean, we know the bone one is for something else, but we have the compass one.
What is it?
There you go. So it's probably that one. I do not trust this room, even though we did need a super special item to open it. So maybe it's okay. All right, you're locked. And That's a ton of gold. That looks like a +1 short sword to me.
Eh?
What do you
I don't know. I guess I'll pick up the gems. Some of them look maybe extra valuable. Would be handy if it went right into the gem bag, but the gem bags, I think, are just expanded or enhanced edition. I don't think gem bags or any of these bags existed in the original. So, if I recall correctly, aren't they implemented as some sort of like weird sideways hack?
Be direct.
Yes?
Like an extra character or something internally?
Speak and be
Darn.
gone.
This is a quality of life thing. I could get lockpicking. I was gonna say
How may
probably
I be
get
of
lockpicking.
assistance?
I don't know. I could get lockpicking, but we don't actually need it. Between the fact that Dorn actually opens a lot, and then we've got knock spells. Of course, it's just a troll
I
item.
will
Okay,
listen.
so we got a lot of money there, but I don't think we got a ward stone. Yeah, +1 short sword, which honestly, I'm just gonna dump on the ground. So like, hooray for a treasure load, but not really what I'm looking for right now, because I don't really need it.
What is it this time?
Quill, do your thing. Don't know what this is. It looks like candles? Wait, is this a wall? I thought this was stairs. But no, it's a wall with candles. No interactable spots that I can see. Maybe it's supposed to be a shelving? No secret door. I kind of don't believe it. You know what I mean? Like, surely there must be something here. There's nothing here, and stop calling me Shirley. All right.
Speak and be gone.
What about this little thing? Again,
Yes?
does not look like it should be a secret, but maybe there's just funky colored wall spots from water damage or something. All right.
I will listen.
Maybe there's an intentional mislead. Yep.
How may I be of assistance?
Secret door? I mean, arguably, when you make mazes like this, you trap the dead ends because you're not going to go there. Only dumbasses who are trying to explore are going to go there. I guess that's that. Okay, so there's this over here and this over here. Just because we know we
Be
have...
direct.
Wait, where's the room with the machinery? Right here. Just because we know we have the item needed for this,
I don't want to talk.
we'll go there, because who knows, maybe we get something. Ow. There you go. So there's acid there. Maybe we'll get an item there that we need somewhere else.
Go
Okay, again, I'm gonna get you to just
somewhere else.
chillax a little bit here. I mean, you're pretty tough, but the problem is, if you run into a respawn... Whoa! Always feels good when people split up, doesn't it? That's never gonna lead to a problem.
Speak and be gone.
You're
I
still
will
going that
listen.
way?
For now.
I need an ale.
Be
No,
direct.
Dorn, seriously, dude. There you go. I guess it must be just about even divide here, and so the people on the right-hand side
Speak and
are like,
be
no, I'm gonna keep going, I'm gonna go this way instead.
Mail, fetch me something to eat.
Shush, Viconia. I like you, but that's kind of annoying.
I don't
Bergen,
want
you think you can fix this machine? Small inscription above the key reads, yes, insert, which we did. Okay, there you go. When you insert the bone wardstone into the machine's key slot, you feel the machine hum for a few moments and then quiet down. You're sure that something's been turned off. Okay.
I will listen.
So presumably, based on the other evidence we saw, we got this. I have to remember I still have to talk to the bone golem, or stone golem as well. I haven't found any sort of lore or anything in here yet, other than the Grail.
What is it this
So
time?
maybe it's knowledge I was already supposed to have picked up, which is going to be hard because again, it's been a while since I played.
Be direct.
We might not have another knock spell here. I might have to do a rest.
Yes?
I fully expect that to be trapped.
How
There
may
we
I
go.
be of assistance?
Speak and be gone.
I don't know if anyone else has got
anyone else you can bother?
knocks. It'd be a level 2 spell.
Again, you disturb me.
No, I think it's
What is
only
it this time?
Quill. So we'll probably have to
I will
rest.
listen. For now.
Okay.
Be direct.
Well, let's do it. We've used some resources anyway. Ooh, successful rest.
Yes?
I'm kind of surprised, but I guess I'll take it. Spell number 2. Thank you. All right. Big ol' shield. Sling and some gems. Arla's Dragonbane, +3. None know better than halflings the value of well-placed stone when confronting a larger foe. Particular weapon was the property of a young woman named Arla Surestep, one of the few small folk that left the hearth to seek adventure. Legend speaks of the diminutive Arla using the sling to place a well-sharpened pebble through the skull of a green dragon in mid-flight, though the same tale another tavern placed the stone squarely in the creature's hindquarters for more humorous than lethal effect. It would seem that halflings prefer entertainment over accuracy when it comes to history. So it's a +3 sling. All right. Well, what are you rocking? +1. Yeah, and I think Eddie's already got a +1 as well. Yeah, but this non-magic sling right here that we're toting around as a pack-up weapon for Baloth, we'll just ditch that, and you'll be ready to move over there maybe when we run through darts. Although we keep finding just enough to keep ourselves going here. Baloth, we'll go ahead and grab those gems, although I'm not entirely sure I care that much about it. Helen's Shield +2. Shield was commissioned from the finest dwarven smiths of Pelin of Tyr, renowned paladin who was known for his unquestioning courage and total lack of common sense. Sounds like a paladin. Upon hearing that a red dragon was ravaging the countryside, Pelin mounted his horse and rode off to do battle. Pelin's armor digested readily, but the shield gave the dragon severe stomach cramps. He coughed it up, and it lay in his treasure pile for several years until it was retrieved by Pelin's son, a paladin who knew when to sneak. The spear craftsmanship is supplemented by permanent lightness spell, which makes the shield very easy to wield. So it's +3 AC and an extra +1 versus missile. So the only person who uses, I was going to say a shield is you, but apparently Viconia. Oh, Viconia's only got a buckler. No protection against missile spells. That's actually abso-freaking-lutely. Heals. Oh, does give you +1 dex. Ooh. This is an overall, despite losing out the point of dex, that this does give you an AC win. So your AC is improved by 2 steps, and it'll be an extra 1 better against missile. Because yeah, it doesn't protect at all against missile, which in theory Viconia's in the back line, so the missile protection is good. I hate losing the dexterity, but yeah, I think it is correct. So we have Keel's Buckler and the Morningstar, although that one goes berserk. Don't think we need these books. That I think we don't need, because I think this was a turn for a quest that we didn't do because we just killed the guy instead. But
Speak and be gone.
Okay, I still didn't loot this one.
Yes?
Oops. Croton Skullcrusher +2. I'm not going to read this one. It's just like, right, I gotta save my voice a bit. So +2 to hit, plus an extra 1 for damage. I don't even know if anyone's mace proficient. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I can't auto ID that. We can just wait. I mean, we could use some of Baloth's level 1 spell charges, but I don't think that's going to be critical at the moment, so I think I'm just going to wait on this. Right, you got the Warhammer. Oh yeah, you've got a good Warhammer. How's your carrying capacity? Viconia? I was going to say, how are you this strong? Right, got those gloves. All right, good.
I will listen for now.
So that's that. Back over here. Is this the last bit to do? There's still the weird thing over here that I can't figure out. Someone is pathing in a very weird direction, and I still have to talk to the stone golem. But I'm here right now. So yeah, let's do this.
Go pester someone else.
Right, this was
How
locked.
may I be of assistance?
And I'm out of that.
Be direct. Speak and be gone.
Another successful
What is it
rest.
this time?
Well, I may as well go ahead and ID this. Parahan's Life and Death +3. Just +3 regular leather armor, which is not going to be very exciting for anyone. Okay.
Yes?
Not in this group. There's one rogue is wearing...
I will listen.
What are we wearing?
For now.
Oh, right, the elven chain. Yeah.
Be
Which I do have to remember is... Oh. Had we seen that message before? Okay, No. Just failed to force the door. Okay. And right, this is where his lane is as well. I gotta remember that. So I'm guessing we talk to the stone golem, and presumably if we answer the stone golem's questions correctly, we will gain a ward stone. Probably the one for that. Okay. There we go. People were bumping into each other. I'm still very confused by what's going on over here. Unless the secret door was here? We didn't spot it? I don't know. I might go and double check that later. Now, I'm betting if we get it wrong, we fight the stone golem. So either way, we should get our stuff, but let's see. All right, pose your questions, golem. If you count Durlag, the son of Baldur, Thunder Axe, is your kin, you'll know well the family that built this place. The youngest son of Durlag, the future of the clan, what's his name? Who... Was Keel potentially also the youngest son? Because Furnibal was definitely one of the dudes. I'm going to put Furnibal in here, especially since they have Feldernath and Furlag over here. Makes me think that they're baiting us for the F names, and I'm pretty sure Furnibal was the correct name. Your answer satisfies. Another question remains. Durlag, builder of the home, founder of the clan, had a name not from his father, but his own deeds. The tower was built with the... Didn't you just say it in the last piece of text? Thunder Axe. Had a name... Oh, Troll Slayer. That's what it is. His own deeds. The tower was built with fortune hordes, but the last name Durlag came from the fortune of battle. With axe and fire, he cleansed the land of beasts he loved to fight, when axe alone would not suffice. It's axe and fire. I asked the second name of Durlag, so that would be Troll Killer. Answer satisfies. A question remains. The father of this place formed the clan that fell in times of treachery. False faces claimed the future, and clanless became Durlag. This he shared with his own father, a wanderer that lived by the strength of his weapon. The second name of Baldur is what I ask you. Sense most common is all you need for the answer. This he shared with his own father. I lived by the strength of his weapon. Sense most common is all you need for the answer. Because I say, I don't know if I specifically know this, but I'm assuming Thunder Axe. Answer satisfies. Here's the key to what you need. Here's a secret for what comes. The bones will walk where flesh cannot. The ward will walk the bones. Bones will walk where flesh cannot. Can I summon a skeleton to access something? Whoa! I'm sorry. Did I get teleported? Okay. All right.
Speak and be gone.
Oh, more what? Wait. With me it ended. Speak now. Okay, we're gonna have a logic puzzle, I think, here. Speak now of my troubles to show what you have learnt. From where did my pain come? Where did the pain stab home? Where did the pain take root? Where doth my pain reside? Speak and show you understand. Okay, what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to screenshot. There you go. Just take a little screenshot of the answer choices, because then I'm assuming the other golems are going to give me info here, and I'll be able to just keep these in mind. I will not choose yet. We were hired after battles were done. Durlag called upon us to make his visions true. We did our best, but his visions grew darker and soon we could not see. We waded through his fallen, we waded through his gold. Near the end we feared for our lives, though not as much as he did. I was never truly sure whether he wished to keep the intruders out or himself in. Both, I'll wager. We were hired after the battles were done and we did our best. Okay, none of this is giving me any east, south, northwest kind of vibey things here.
I like it.
Although we've got compass directions. Although I don't know which side is north. I mean, north, typically, north up, but with the isometric map here, I'm assuming one of these two is more north. This is not my face. The invaders came and took my true face, burying it with my body and my comrades. I was among the last, but not the very last. Okay, I'm assuming this stone golem over here is north because all of the clues... Yeah, all of the clues end with, and now it rests in the north. So I'm assuming this is north over here and he's got it. So I'm assuming I'm speaking to the south golem currently. Okay, came... I was among the last, but not the very last. So... I'm wondering if it's one of the answers where south comes in second. Okay. Saw the horde come. My child rose against me, though it was no longer my child. It wore her face. I knew her to be dead. The doppelgangers came from within, and we could not fight ourselves. Better to die to kill ourselves than to kill ourselves. What would be left of a man that has had to kill his family and himself? I was among the last, but not the very last.
I will listen.
What did the guy on the east say? Hard after the battles were done and we did our best. And they repeat that twice. So I'm thinking east might be last. So I'm thinking it might be... So answer 3 is west it came, then south, then east held it next. Now it rests in the north. So it feels like if there's any indication that west was like one of the first people, I think that's the answer. It began with us and the masters. So began. So again, I'm thinking west is first. Okay. The tentacled ones directed and we assaulted quietly under the cover of the night. We took off the weaker first, hiding amongst the children. None saw the arrival, none noticed the insurgents, and none survived the final rise. When Durlag realized the deception, it was too late. His own family sought his life, and he slaughtered their false faces. It began with us from the west. There you go. Explicit. There's our only hint of a direction here. So we can confirm that this is indeed west, south, east, and I believe that would be the order that it went in, and now it ends with the north. So that is going to be answer 3. West it came, then the south, east held it next. Oh, wait. There's also this. West it came, then the south. Oh, then the west held it again. Oh, yeah, no. You have learned a little. I thought it said you have learned little. And it was like, and you may not survive. So I'm assuming, otherwise we fight all these dudes. And part of me is like, I don't know, fighting's fun. Did I get anything? I don't think I... Should I go and talk to that golem again? I don't know. It dropped me in front of Durlag here. I don't remember if he had some... Oh. You found the room that gives direction, but are not done yet. The way is not yet clear. Understand the paths that lead away, and you will return. West, south, east? I don't know. I'm gonna check this door again. No, so that's still locked. I will stay. Is that over there? West, south, east. Just gonna see what this golem has to say now. Durlag knows the penalty for speaking once more to the Guardian. You're not he. Oh, are we fighting? Wait, what are you doing? You're casting a spell.
I cannot fall.
Okay, well, apparently that's not the thing to do. That is still nothingness. There's nothing over here. It's the furthest west, but we've done all that. And I'm suspecting this is going to be like respawn central over here. Still confused by this. Still confused by this, obviously. I mean, unless there was a secret over here that we just never detected. I mean, kicking in the back's not the ideal spot, but at the same time, it means he's not running away. So that's good. I wonder if there's any chance I didn't poke one of these. I'll probably just go and check the wiki shortly so that, you know, for the purpose of video making, we don't spend like 1,000 years with me derping around,
I will listen.
not being able to figure anything out.
I need an L.
We definitely did this.
Correct.
Again, still confused by this. Okay, Quill,
How may I be of assistance?
come here. Hang on. Megan, wait.
Want to talk.
Speak.
We're gonna get respawns. And the way it works in Baldur's Gate is if you don't have vision over a respawn spot, that's what sort of triggers and re-triggers things. You want to stay in here for a couple of ticks? Yeah, I'll probably have to check for anything. Oh, God, we're 30 minutes in.
I will
Well, you know what? It's probably a
for
perfect time to put in a cut. I thought we might finish it this episode. I didn't realize it was quite so large and quite so riddly. Yeah. All right. Yeah, and I'll check the wiki and see what it has to say. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.